Hi everyone, it's Kara. I have a tutorial for you guys today. I had been wanting to make some crystal sprays ever since I got this one from Wild Orchid Crafts. It looked pretty simple to me and I thought it was a really cute idea. And, I figured if I could learn how to make them myself, then I could make them whatever colors I wanted using the beads that I had available to me. So I was going to do this, and then I saw a video from Kelly, whose YouTube name is, let me look, Creative Kelly 4M Cali. And I will put a link down below to her original video. But I saw her do some flowers and floral and crystal sprays with Wild Orchid Crafts flowers. And when I saw that, I knew I needed to try and make those as well. So I did today. I not only made some crystal ones, but I made some crystal and flower ones. So I wanted to share those and then show you the techniques that I came up with, which is why you can see all the supplies that I have down here, because I've been playing with my beads and flowers today. So here are just a couple of the simple beaded ones I came up with, and I just made these very simple just to see if I could do it. Let's see. Here is number one. Just a small pink bead, which is kind of blending into the background. It's pretty easy. Then I had some little blue floral buttons. So I made that. All right. And then I had some green kind of flower shaped buttons. So for these, I added some pearls and made that. You can see the pearls are on top. It's just wire beads, wire and beads, that's it. So I made those pretty simple ones, and I can show you how to do some of those. But then I also made these. Here's example number one of my spray. These are Wild Orchid Crafts cherry blossoms. Some really pretty green beads I just picked up yesterday, and a little butterfly bead that I picked up. So there's that. And then I also made this one with, let me see if I can find something that'll be better behind that. Here we go. Maybe that'll be better. So these little flowers are the Sweetheart Blossoms, I think they're called. And they're very lightly pink and white. And then I did two sizes of pink beads and then another one of those little butterflies. So that's floral spray number two. Let's see. It's right here so you can see them. And then I made this one. And that is the third one. And I used two different sizes, same color, roses from Wild Orchid Crafts. And then these little beads back here are actually, if you can see it like this, are actually a little leaf bead. It's not going to focus. Anyway, let me show it to you. They're down here. They're kind of an off-white color. And so those are the little leaves that I used on those. So let me show you how I did it. It's really pretty simple. First you need to make basically the crystal part. And all I did was take, depending on how long you want your spray, a 10 to 12 inch piece of wire like this. And I used 26 gauge. I bought 20 and 24 and they are too thick. So I would not recommend using those. Then you take whatever your bead of choice is, and this one is going to be one of those little clear flowers. Put the wire through the bead, centering it like that. And then you kind of tug the wire, holding onto the bead with one hand, tug the wire as straight as you can make it, almost bringing it together just to make it easier when you're going to twist it. And then hold on to this bead, and then as tight as you can, twist the wire at the base of the bead. like that, and twist it several times, and then you'll just continue twisting it. You can twist the bead or the wire, whatever's easier on your fingers, until it's pretty much twisted all the way to the end. And it doesn't have to be tightly twisted all the way down, but it does need to be somewhat tight near the base of that bead. Okay? And then I just kind of straighten it out a teeny bit, make sure it's twisted enough, and the end part that I don't want, it's a little bit longer than I need, I just cut off and I get a nice flat end like that. Okay? Then you pick whatever flower you're going to use, and this time I thought I would use some of these little asters that are really pretty. And basically you just take one of your crystal, I'll call them a crystal stem, position the flower as close to the bead as you want it. Let me put this behind here to maybe let you guys see it a little bit better. So position it as close to the crystal as you want, and then make sure that the wire for the crystal gets down really close to the flower base, like so, and twist it really tightly a few times. You'll do need to be careful. Some of these flowers have stems that are not attached as well as others, so you don't want to pull the flower off the stem. So let's see if it'll focus. There you go. You kind of see how I've done that. Then you just finish twisting the green stem around the silver wire until it's as flush as you can get it. If you need help pushing that down, then you can always use, if you have some jewelry pliers, mine has a flat part to it, so I can use those. So then you have one part, and you just do that 3 more times. Well, 2 or 3 depending on the size you want it to be. Obviously you could mix the flowers like I did here, sizes. You could also, I suppose, mix the colors. I think that the possibilities with this technique are pretty endless. And you just do the same thing you did before, adding the flower to the crystal. And the one good thing about these flowers is they'll puff right back out after you've held on to them. So I'm going to do this 3 times just for this example. So one more. And again, position it where you want it. Get the green and silver wire near the base, back of that flower. Twist it tightly. And then finish twisting it all the way down the length of the wire. Now you have 3 of them. So take 2, excuse me, determine how far down you want it placed. And remember, it is on wire, so you'll be able to twist it a little bit. And basically, you just do a similar thing by twisting those wires together as snug as you can. I give a little bit of room here because I want mine to come out a little bit. Then you have the 3rd one you can add. Again, spacing it however you like. You could, put it more up like this, bring it down. It's kind of your call. I'm going to bring this one right here. And again, you're just twisting all of those wires together as snug as you can. And then when you're pretty much done, you can cut off the excess wire at the bottom that you're not going to want. And if you find that it's a little, tighter than you wanted it to be, one area, you can redo it a little bit, loosen it up, kind of play with it until you're happy with the way you have it. Something like that. And then, since all the wires at the end are a little uneven, just take your wire cutters, trim them all off. You have a nice even end. Now you will notice that you do have green and silver wires in there. If that bothers you, you could go back and use floral tape like this and tape it. I don't mind it so much because when I use these, they're going to be, you know, basically behind something. So you're going to see most of the top part, and I don't mind the two colors there. I think it looks kind of cool. So anyway, you have a lot of options with these, as you can see from the ones that I made. They were a lot of fun and pretty easy to make. And I just, like I said, used some of the smaller Wild Orchid Crafts flowers. I have quite a variety of them. I have sweetheart blossoms, the roses, the cherry blossoms, and the aster daisies. And I used those just to create all of these really cute little floral sprays. You can, like I said, also make just these simple crystal ones that I showed you before, if you want. And they're pretty simple as well. You just, again, take a piece of the ribbon, meant wire, pick whatever bead you want, and I did use quite a variety. They all had holes in different places. So this one is going to be the top, and since it's a butterfly and you can see that where the wire goes through, I'm going to take this piece behind it, like so, hold it and just twist it pretty tightly until it's on there to stay. I'm going to take off most of the excess. I'll flatten it down if I need to later on. Then from the bottom I will put the next one on. Oops, sorry. Put it up to about the length I want it to be, with a little bit extra, because I'm going to bring it down again behind the butterfly, twisting the wires several times because you want to give it a little bit of almost a stem. Sorry, the wire's getting in the way. Just to kind of use to be out there. And there's two of them. So again, if you wanted another one, you take it from the bottom, like so. Feed it through the bead. Figure out the approximate placement of where you want the bead. Give it a little bit of an extra because you're going to pull some of that down behind it, right? Take that bottom part, twist it at the base of the bead several times because you almost want to give it a little bit of a tail or a stem there, whatever you want to call it. Alright, then straighten it up, turn them all in the same direction so the wire's behind it. And there's a little crystal stem. So you could use whatever beads you wanted. Be really cute, similar to like stick pins on a lot of cards and projects. So there you have it. You have the floral ones, like this one, and they have crystals, and then you have just the plain crystal one, and of course you could make the floral ones without crystals, but I like them together. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will put a link down below to Kelly's video, which was the one that gave me the original information on how to do this. And a big thanks to her because I love them. They're gorgeous. You're going to start seeing them on more of my cards probably. Don't forget, you can use whatever kind of bead you want. I recommend having 26 gauge wire and smaller flowers because I think it's a little bit easier to work with them. And Wild Orchid Crafts does have a variety of them. I did a haul video not too long ago from them, and that's part of the reason I got so many small ones, because I knew I wanted to try this. So thanks again for watching. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Hope you guys are having a great day. Bye!